When it comes to visuals, nothing beats the pure blacks and vibrant colors of an OLED display. And if you're looking to up your setup with one of the crispest and most immersive monitors out there, you're in for a treat today. Because in this video, we'll be looking into the 5 best OLED monitors of 2024. From high-refresh gaming panels to gigantic ultrawides, we've got the perfect picks, whether you're into productivity, movies, or gaming. So, let's get started. We're starting with the MSI MPG 271QRX, one of the fastest gaming monitors out there, with its super high 360Hz refresh rate. This 27-inch screen has a resolution of 1440p, which balances size and clarity pretty well. But the real star is that incredible refresh rate, which is perfect for esports and competitive gaming. It also has an amazingly fast response time of 0.03 millisecond, which is as good as it gets for any display, including OLED TVs. The panel is made by Samsung and provides the great picture quality you expect from an OLED, like deep blacks, vibrant colors, and nearly instant pixel response. Driving this resolution at such high speeds is very demanding, so you'll definitely need a high-end gaming PC to take full advantage. The standard 1440p resolution is relatively easygoing for most mid-range graphics cards, though if you think that means you can save some cash, think again. However, one potential downside with the OLED screen is that it also comes with risks of burn-in over time if you display static images. Thankfully, though, MSI added some useful burn-in protection with features like auto-dimming of the taskbar and desktop icons to reduce risks. That's handy, as it means you don't have to bother with auto-hiding your taskbar or anything like that. While it may be hard to justify the price, for esports players or people who want the absolute fastest screen possible, the MSI MPG 271QRX is unmatched in refresh rate and response. And the OLED panel provides buttery smooth visuals to complement that speed. Just be prepared to pay dearly for that leading-edge performance. Next, we have the LG UltraGear 32G S95UE, easily one of the most impressive 4K monitors you can get right now. While it's similar in size, resolution, and specs to popular 4K OLED monitors from Samsung, LG has managed to refine things and make it even better. It is pricey, no question about it. You can find alternatives for a few $100s less. But when you get into the details and also the actual experience, you'll find how LG has gone the extra mile. For starters, LG's latest WOLED panel tech is just a touch brighter at 275 nits full screen compared to 250 nits. It also doesn't suffer from the overly warm color balance of QD OLED panels. So the image quality is absolutely stunning. The high dynamic range really pops with incredible highlights and super inky black levels. And it's crazy fast too. The 0.03 millisecond response is absolutely instant. You also get 240Hz refresh for super low input lag whether you're gaming or creating. It also has a 1080p mode at an insane 480Hz in case you wish to have even lower latency. LG also knocks it out of the park with the calibration. You can leave it in HDR mode all the time without issues. The 4K resolution is pin-sharp for any work too. Matte coatings aren't ideal for OLED, but somehow LG pulls it off without losing contrast. At the end of the day, it really is the new gold standard for OLED monitors if you ask me. It's expensive, but if your work or gaming warrants that kind of screen, this is the one to get in my view. Now, as you'd all agree, we're so lucky to be at a point where awesome OLED monitors are actually becoming more affordable options, and the MSI MPG 321URX is really leading the charge there. While it's still not exactly cheap, this thing comes in at a much lower price than the competition while using the same great Samsung panel as other high-end picks. And I'm telling you, those colors really pop on this thing. It's got that classic OLED vibrant look down perfectly, thanks to the glossy screen. Brightness is a bit of a downfall of OLED tech, but with a full screen rating of 250 nits, this screen is still plenty bright enough for most. And the HDR is impressive once you tweak the default settings a bit. The text looks fantastic too, way clearer than other OLEDs you've likely seen. So it works well for productivity in addition to gaming and media. And while burn-ins are a constant worry with OLEDs, MSI mitigates it with plenty of its trademark protection features and a nice 3-year warranty to put your mind at ease. The build is simple but well made, although I'd say the stand could look a bit nicer. Yet, really, you're paying for what's inside. So at a lower price than others, this MSI is without a doubt the one to buy if you want a premium large-screen monitor without breaking the bank. Kudos to them for making high-end screen tech more accessible. Next, we have the Alienware AW3423DWF, an incredible ultra-wide gaming gaming monitor as you factor in the QD OLED. That huge 34-inch curved screen with its super glossy coating really makes colors and blacks absolutely pop off the panel. It's an awesome immersive experience, and the gentle curve suits it well in my opinion. Packed inside is a top-notch Samsung QD OLED screen. It delivers fantastic image quality overall, with crazy fast response and peak brightness of 1000 nits, even if not over the full surface. The refresh rate is a speedy 165 Hz, and like most other OLEDs, what really counts here is the sublime pixel response time, which is silly fast at 0.1 millisecond. That, combined with G-Sync support and exceptional HDR performance, makes it a seriously slick gaming display. Now, let's talk about that curve. While curved displays are always going to split the room, the gentle 1800R curve in combination with the 3440 by 1440 resolution used here really makes for an immersive experience. Even if you're not a fan of bendy monitors, once you game on this one, we reckon you'll be impressed. While full brightness could be better like most OLEDs, Alienware's implementation holds things together really well in different lighting. The lack of overly aggressive dimming makes everyday use very comfortable. No question this is an expensive screen, but it's still a bit cheaper than rivals when you factor in the feature set. And honestly, you really do get a monitor worthy of the cost with incredible IQ and performance for both work and play. If you want to stand out ultra-wide and can afford it, the Alienware remains the one to get as far as I'm concerned. And finally, we have the Samsung Odyssey OLED G93SC, a huge beast of an OLED as gigantic as you'll ever need your monitor to be. With its massive 49-inch screen in a super-wide 32.9 aspect ratio, it's one of the most impressive displays you could possibly have on your desk. Seriously, this thing is huge. It uses the same great QD OLED that we've seen previously on other great monitors such as the Alienware AW3223DWF, but wider. And because it's OLED, those colors and blacks really sing. I also love how thin and sleek the design is, despite the massive size. Gaming on this thing must be an experience, with that insane 5120 by 1440 resolution and speedy 240 Hz refresh. The response is also as instant as 0.03 millisecond, so everything feels crazy smooth. Besides, the G9 does HDR the way it was always meant to be, and the results are instantly stunning. Brightness is very consistent across the whole screen, unlike some other monitors, so the automatic dimming is barely noticeable. That makes it great for productivity too beyond just gaming. The G9 features DisplayPort, HDMI, and mini HDMI pods, plus a USB hub. The USB-C socket, however, is only for storage and connectivity and doesn't feature power delivery or display capabilities. Still, you can't have it all, can you? What we can have is looks, and this thing looks fantastic. It looks modern and minimalistic and would suit any desk you could reasonably fit it on. And trust me, you'll need a big one. It also feels very nicely put together. The panel enclosure's thin too, which adds to that space-age and futuristic feel. Downsides? Well, you only have to ask yourself if you want a monitor this exceptionally large and willing to pay a premium. But if you can accommodate it, the G9 is easily the best ultra-wide you can buy right now. It really is a sight to behold and an incredible way to experience games, movies, or work. Thanks for sticking around. If you're looking for more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button on the channel. And don't forget to click the bell icon too, so you'll get notified every time we drop a new video at FlexiViews.